Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing well. It seems my my hotkey thing broke. I just figured out why. Oh my gosh! So my numpad has a. Keep in mind this is a numpad, right? It has a numpad lock button on it, and I've been accidentally pressing that this whole time. It has, for once, my code actually is good and robust. It is it is because I keep pressing the wrong button. So there we go. Yep, we're working. Sorry about that. I was like doing the whole intro, and I was like, wait, why didn't we go to the main scene? But yeah, so sorry about that little hiccup right there. Without any further ado, ooh, maybe with some further ado, yeah, I set my timer to work before stream, but my numpad broke. I should probably add some redundancy because it's very hard to control my stream without the buttons. In fact, I don't think I know how to change scenes easily. So if I ever get to the stream upgrade where I want to have like a giant control panel for everything, that's on there. Tonight I was picking out music, and I was like listening to the intro of this song. I was like, meh, right, meh. And then it hit with this trumpet. I was like, oh, we're listening to this. Yeah, I hope you're all having a wonderful day so far. If not, let's dedicate the next about hour and a half to relaxing and doing something that we love. Life is going. It's moving. Today was bumpy in its own ways, but I made a very good progress with one of my big projects. I still have to make some other progress, but overall, quite happy with my efforts and my discipline. Made some good decisions for myself today. And typically, I've had a habit of abandoning habits. And I'll elaborate more on that in a second. We're actually going to pause. My microphone stand's falling again, so I'm going to fix this real quick. Never mind, the glue's just falling off, so that's cool. But yeah, whenever things get rough, right? And I mean, it's one of my favorite quotes. I think it's either from a book that had meditations for the Tao Te Ching. The Taoist Tao Te Ching is the like text of Taoism. What's up, bear? Yeller. How's it schmoving? Yeah, one of my favorite quotes. I can't remember. It's a book I had. It's Meditations of the Tao Te Ching. Very, very great book. I like it a lot. Or there's a website that also has a book, but it's free on the website. It is Explanations. It's Tao Te Ching Explained, and it explains excerpts from the Tao Te Ching. And regardless, it's either one of them, but one has a quote where it's something along this. The true difficulty of a thing reveals itself the first day you cannot accomplish it. Good to hear. What Kavel yapping about? I'm yapping about the fact that whenever things get tough, I abandon my weakest habits. You know, maybe it's eating correctly. Maybe it's doing my full set at the gym and instead doing a smaller one, which isn't inherently bad, but you know, I'd rather these things. Some of these habits can be very like meh, right? It could be like flossing. Like I'll abandon flossing for a week. And during exams. But I don't know. I feel like the ability to hold on to these and not like strain myself to hold on to them, but just to like stick with them and not strain. That's been difficult in the past, but this semester, maybe it's because of one of my classes, and particularly one of my professors that inspired me, but I've been much better about staying with my habits, even when the going gets rough. Yo, what's up, random guy? Hope you're well. Good morning, I should say. But yeah, so I'm very proud of that, and today was no doubt a testament to that. I was reserved. Oftentimes when I'm programming for my malware class, I get very flustered and I start like using YouTube as a distraction, or like doing like productive procrastinating or doing other things that are not healthy. Not like drugs or anything, but poor coping mechanisms. But I've been like very efficient in my ability to like manage my stress in that regard. And like my mindfulness is caught when I like have those negative thought patterns. Good to see me daily? Heck yeah, that's what we do here. Which class? This is a class. It's called. Actually, I probably shouldn't say the full name. Basically, I call it my malware class. So the entire class is split into teams, and each team makes a bad program, a malicious program called malware, and they make an antivirus or a malware detector. Kind of like how you have in your computer, it tries to get protect against the malware. So every team makes a virus and an antivirus, and then at the end of the semester, everyone pits them against each other. So it's a competition, and whoever does best gets the highest grade, and then it flows from there, right? It's a very difficult class. It's a graduate level class, 700 level. But it's, yeah. Yes, I am. Yeah, I don't have a minor anymore. There's a whole story about that I'll tell one day. I was going to get a minor in cybersecurity, but no, I major in computer science, with a specialization in cybersecurity. This has been probably my favorite cybersecurity oriented class. However, I did like this one. Is like I learned so much about malware, right? Like so much. An explosion of stuff about malware. But my other class like taught me how to like hack games, like hooking, preloading, rootkits, stuff like that. Very fun, applicable things. But that doesn't teach you much in the way of malware. It just teaches either evasion or like actually breaking in. Or this class is more evasion. You're planning to take cybersecurity as well? Awesome. What do you hope to do with cybersecurity? Man, survive. Real. I'm half and half on cyber because I don't know. I haven't done like real world cybersecurity in the sense that like my detection tools or things isn't dependent on the like protection or success of a company. But I like making tools, and I like of course red teaming. I mean, who doesn't like red teaming, right? But I also love software. Oh, you hate software. Interesting. Why do you hate software? And what I found with my experience in cyber, but this is from a person who hasn't actually worked in the field. I've just only been, doing it university oriented stuff. Is no single thing like a software engineer has to be knowledgeable, or should. Not really has. I've seen people who are not knowledgeable about software, but or about cyber being software. But you have to have a little bit of all of them, because like especially nowadays, if you're into cyber, you should know data in some degree, right? And you should know software, especially like, or like hardware, or not hardware, but like OS level stuff, right? I'm good at writing, but it won't feed me for now. Yeah, no, that will not. But then again, like, and I hate to talk about it, so I'll talk about it briefly, and then I'm going to stop talking about it. The advent of AI, LLMs on their own will not be able to replace the job of any human, except for maybe writing code, but then you're just really abstracting and like dumbing down the job of a software developer. You think a software developer just writes code. No, they have to write functional code. And LLMs don't inherently write functional code. They predict the next, they predict the next token and minimize predictive error with attention heads, all that stuff, right? That is like a more formal definition of what an LLM is. So what I predict and what many others I've seen are saying is we're going to see an explosion of tooling for LLMs. Because like, let's say you wanted to managing stress. Yeah. I'll wrap up this point because I hate talking about AI. I'm good at it, but not as software, but not passionate. That's valid, yeah. I've worked at Amazon for 3 years. Amazon's software? Then yeah, I've heard some stuff about Amazon software for sure. Like, yeah, I don't want to work for a larger company. Anyways, okay, so pivoting. So anyways, LLMs, on their own, they will not be capable of replacing the job of a person. However, tooling will be the next big thing. And with tooling, it's getting, right. Because you have an adversarial LLM that you tell, hey, I want you to find a way to breach the port knocking protocol of this website, which I don't know how you do it, but let's propose you could for the sake of example. It can't do it on its own. It would maybe try to make a script that does something like Nmap. But guess what? What if you just like give it Nmap and tell it to interpret the results? And you could do something like a RAG where, once it does, runs Nmap with the tool, this is a research paper I'm referencing. I can't remember the name of it. You could get the RAG, be like, here's supplementary data on how to, interpret port Nmap stuff. So yeah, that's my thought on where the future of that is going. And I don't necessarily want to be a part of that future, but that's a Kavel story for another time. But yeah, so managing stress. When the rubber, my whole thing is like, typically when the rubber hits the road, I abandon things that are inconvenient, and oftentimes healthy habits are inconvenient, such as not watching YouTube all the time, or eating a little bit more than I should, or not doing enough at the gym. These are examples of like habits that are good for me but are awfully inconvenient. Or like showing up to class. That's another one. I rarely start skipping showing up to class, and when I do, it's not so much out of like I want to sleep in. It's because like I have so much work to do. It's worth skipping. Yeah. So when the rubber hits the road, I abandon these healthy habits, and for the first time ever, when the rubber has hit the road, I did not abandon these habits, and I actually made like some very good choices over not only just today but the past couple days to retain those. And in a way, making those decisions has made me feel a lot better. Like, we choose to be virtuous and temperate, right? For the sake of it in itself, like, to be virtuous, in my very uninformed opinion, is to be like, I choose to do the thing not because it will benefit me directly, it'll be pleasurable or whatever, but it's good in and of itself, right? That's why we ought to choose things. But I chose a thing that was good for me for the sake of the good, which is a hard choice to make. But then I also just felt good for making that. I was proud of myself for being able to make such a decision. And that was accomplished because I've been one, journaling a lot more, but two, trying to like catch the negative thought patterns that happen before, the stimuli for those negative behaviors. And like I've become very familiar with them. So, for example, the skipping the gym. You're fine. I'll yap regardless. Don't you worry. The skipping the gym thing, right? There's that initial response that's just like, I'm so tired or I'm so busy, I need to skip going to the gym. Which sounds rational, but is really just a fear response. Gotcha. Drive safe. much slower tonight. I mean, probably maybe slower in general, but also with my line work, which I'm not too opposed. We'll do a plane. I'm okay with my line work tonight. Watch that change. In fact, most of what we're going to be doing are smaller lines. Because our intersections will not be like full forms. Hopefully we'll finish our intersections today. I'm not really pressed though. How do you catch yourself when you start to procrastinate? Have you ever realized you are, but you can't get yourself to stop? Yeah. Yes, like yes and no. Because I still suffer from it. I'm not good at it. But one thing, and I noticed it today, is like I'll start procrastinating. So we'll use YouTube as an example. I'll start watching like a poke compilation or something. And then I'll like be like, oh shoot, I'm procrastinating. And then like I'll forget about that thought and like I won't even address it. I'll just continue watching. But yeah, if you don't even notice when you're procrastinating, I feel like you would need an external, and this is, I'm not a science person. I'm not like a psychologist. But like intuitively, if I were in that situation, I would want like an external stimuli to like remind myself of what I should be doing to help me remain on task. And that's like the response, right? That's like if we begin procrastinating, ultimately like the best choice would be to not put ourselves in a situation where we can procrastinate. So putting my phone away across my room on its charger has greatly helped. And I actually can make it so like my Discord, if I click on it, it won't open. There's a bug with Discord. If you have Discord open and right click it on the taskbar and hit close tab, Discord will remain open, like on, but it won't show the window. So like you have to go into Task Manager to stop it. At least on my PC. It's a very weird bug. So I'll do that. So if I instinctively try to open up Discord, it just won't open. And I'll be like, oh shoot, yeah. Like I did this. And then I typically won't open it because of that. But yeah, because like catching yourself from procrastinating, that could be hard. And because it's so hard and requires so much effort, stopping it from happening in the first place is ideal. And this is only what works for me. Maybe someone keeping their phone on them at all times somehow helps their attention. Because like while I'm my biggest thing, and this is why I'm proud of myself, this is motivational music. This is an artist related to Kolu, or like the algorithm has deemed so, right? Kolu Radio. But whenever I'm waiting for like my programs that I write can take up to like 30 minutes to run. And so either I need to like spur myself to go read, like do other homework, like read my philosophy or poli-sci homework. But it's like so tempting. Oh, well, I'll just crack open YouTube because like this is productive. My program is running. Or one thing that I've started doing and I've realized is super helpful is I make synthetic data. So while one program is running and I know like the output of this program needs to spur on another, I'll just make a synthetic data while I wait for it to run and then start making the next program that I need. More explicitly, whenever you create machine learning models, you have to get the data, pre-process it, train, evaluate, right? And my data pre-processing more specifically is I have the data, I cull it a little bit, run scanning, then actually sample from the scanned subset, and then train on it, and then evaluate. And my training and evaluation steps are separated. And so, suppose I have that pre-sample and I'm waiting for the scan to finish. Well, I could just make like a fake output for the scan and continue working on the actual sample from the scan. And then when I'm done with that, if it's still scanning, which it took an hour, so yeah, it was still scanning, I could work on the training script, which was much easier. Cool. Okay, I'd call that X66 success. Wow. Yeah. Brief warm up. So we're gonna head over, do 2 minutes of ads. You guys know the drill. We'll be back to do our hour of form intersections. Let's get to it. Be right back, guys. Oh, frick, we're back. I was reading school emails, which is not a healthy thing to do. Cool. So yeah, let's head over here and return to our form intersections. Boom. So yep, what day is it? It's only Monday? That feels crazy. That's good. I need more time. But yeah, so we're slowly working like right to left right now, which I guess isn't a good idea because of ink. Oh man, I did an okay job right there. Yeah, that's pretty gangster. I like that. This form intersection. It's very hard for you guys to see because like it's at a distance. But I'm proud of that. Anyways, I wish there was more line weight, but I feel like my camera just kind of ruins that. Anyways, so I think we need to start doing these intersections right here. This part of the page. And I just realized I've set myself up to fail because this and this It's a minimal overlap. Because remember, an intersection can only exist on the 2D page on the overlap of two forms, right? Like within the silhouettes, the union of the silhouettes of two forms. That's the only place where intersection lines can happen. And this is a very small overlap, which means I'm limited in the space that I can do that. Regardless, this is going to be a relatively we could do some cool stuff with this. Because we could have a line. It could like intersect right here. What is going to? It's going to intersect this plane of the pyramid will intersect with this flat plane of the cylinder, this face. I need to sneeze, man. It's coming. I could feel it. Cool. Ah. My nose, I don't know why it's so itchy. I took allergy meds today too. So yeah, it'll intersect somewhere here, which means this line will have a dot on it. I can't imagine, this is assuming that these planes are equal. The closer this pyramid moves towards us, the higher the dot, the more to the right this intersection dot will be, because this plane is going deeper, deep, like I was saying last time, right? And so because of that, the dot will move deeper into the page. I don't think there will be a point, unless maybe it was right here, that the intersection would no longer be on this face. What's up, James? Celebrating the, So I think that metric is like a bit misleading. It's my most popular used emote. But we know for a fact that the most used emote on this channel is probably Dino Dance, respectfully. As it should be. But yeah. It's a bit of a testament to the stream. Uh-oh, here she goes. Let's try to keep it not too tall of a pyramid today. Or maybe it's a too high pyramid. I'm joking. Okay. How's it going, Jims? Yeah, so what we could do is we could have like it intersect right here. And then as this comes towards us, it gets faster. It comes towards us faster than the slope of the plane of the side of the tetrahedron, the pyramid does. I almost keep calling it a plane because it's a plane on a pyramid. And I have problems with words that start with the same letter, despite how much I like alliteration. I am alive. I had some very good progress with my project today, but that does not mean the war is over. There's still a lot to go, and this is all assuming that my teammates will do their fair share. I'm like leaving a lot of this project in their hands. Actually, no. I'm leaving way more. I'm doing, so there's defense and attack. I'm doing the entirety of defense. Now, I have told my teammates, like, hey, make your own antiviruses, but I'm going to focus on mine, and I'll, like, share my research and everything. But so that means my team is entirely in charge of attack. And I gave them a pep talk today. I was like, hey, we got to get on this. And maybe do next Friday, but in reality, we have to have everything done by this Friday. Because it's going to take, like, a week to generate reports and tweak things. At best. But yeah, I'm alive. Oh my gosh, my nose, man. I want like a peppermint tea or something with spice, So I guess we could say it intersects right here. It's going to go up. And yeah, if it doesn't land, and everything nice, sneeze ASMR, it's probably just going to be stuffy nose ASMR. I have no idea where this came from. I'm going to be honest. Something's been in my room. It's been making me sneeze all day. Oh my gosh, what is my... Maybe if we have like another BRB, I'll brew some hot water. It's getting cold. True. It's not that cold for me right now. In fact, I'm going to take off my hoodie. Or my sweatshirt. I always call them hoodies, though. I have a bizarre take about hot chocolate. Going to get some, heck yeah. Starbucks hot chocolate is good. I don't think that's a controversial take. I think they have some pretty consistently decent, whenever I go to Starbucks, which is very rare, nab a hot chocolate that's overpriced, but it's good. It's good. But I've had so many crappy hot chocolates in my life that are literally watered down that I like my knee-jerk reaction is be like, oh, but no, hot chocolate's good. I've just been, it sucks. At least everyone, okay, no, yeah, I'm talking about like, I haven't tried the store-bought. I'm talking about like going to the Starbucks and like ordering it. But like I've had some, I only ever get coffee from there, real. As opposed to me, who doesn't get coffee. Okay, let's do this line. Let's commit to it. Now, if this line intersects this side of the ellipse, then that means there will be like a little weird part of the cone right here. Part of the cylinder that it intersects with, which is pretty cool. But if we make it if we make it down here and it intersects with this part of the ellipse, then nothing will happen because it's behind it. And generally that's easier. And if we want to make it somewhat nice, do that, which we'll do. I need a pound of sugar. Are you a creamer person? I am a creamer person. I love French vanilla. Before I knew I had an issue with caffeine, my freshman year of college, I would spam French vanilla coffees from McDonald's. I did not know there. Yeah, I think it's actually like, I say it's overpriced. It may be cheaper. Here, wait. Let me open my Starbucks. Oh. Starbucks. Do I have a Starbucks app? I don't. Starbucks. Hot chocolate. Let's go grande. Price. Would like to use my location? Sure. Grande, 16 fluid ounces. I agree to your cookies. How much is it? I hate how, okay, what if I'm just browsing? Select store, freaking that one. Order here, yes. This store's closed, I don't care, show me the price, $4. $3.85 for grande hot chocolate. Bump that down to $2.50 to $3, and I feel like that's a fair price. But $3.85, that's just not it. Maybe if it was like a bigger size than a grande, I'd say $3 is worth it, but I don't know. I would be, yeah. Is there a hot chocolate at like McDonald's? I feel like they would. I feel like it would be much cheaper. My confidence dips so much when I do this. Okay. And my nose is killing me. We can reinforce this line because there's nothing else here. I'm like smearing ink already, dude. Nice. A little bit thick. It doesn't let me look. It's so annoying. I had to go on Safari on my phone. Go look up like grande hot chocolate, whatever. Hit order and like select a random location and then hit checkout. It's so stupid. I hate that all apps to see the menu, you can't see the prices anymore. And I get it in a way, it varies by location, but even if I set my locations like log in to place an order, I don't want to. Banana cream. Nice. Okay. Another intersection down. Looking at it upside down is really hard to see, but looking at it up here. That kind of sucked. That really kind of sucked. Whatever. I don't care. Okay. we have this pyramid. We're the pyramid sphere intersections because I hate myself, apparently. Actually no, because it's plane. Now, cone sphere intersections, or sorry, cylinder sphere intersections, those suck. So we have this pyramid is pointing away from us. So we're seeing this flat part, which means if this sphere is intersecting it, which I sure hope it does, it's going to be making a curve like this, which isn't too complex. I may need to get like some tissue paper or something because I am sneezing so much. So once again, kind of like we were theorizing right here, we're going to extend this plane mentally into the sphere. There will be a small circle that is a circle on a sphere that is not the full, does not share the same radius as the sphere. So it's a small circle, which is a bit of a misnomer because it could still be pretty big. But that means the ellipse that we draw right here. Oh wait, will it be a great circle? It will. No. Will any plane No, because all great circles have to have their center in the same center as the sphere ellipse. If you need, I'm okay with postponing the lesson. the sphere lesson. So yeah, I don't think because you can intersect with a plane. We did this last time. You could have a plane intersect a sphere at like the lower chunk down here, and that'd be a small circle. So this is just convenient because this plane is intersecting near the center of the sphere, which means it's just more likely to be like that. Now we are facing towards us a bit, which means the degree will be a little bit larger. Than if it were like perfectly in the center, but remember it ain't. So I feel like, yeah, something like this feels right. So we'll do just that. I'm happy. I got hot chocolate. Let's go. What kind did you make? How do you make what's your recipe? I've heard some people like have varying milk ratios. Did you ever make hot chocolate with water? I remember that. I'm sorry. Like whenever I think of hot chocolate, I am reminded of the water hot chocolate I had. Dark chocolate. Oh, do you just do like straight like chocolate, or like do you have a mixing powder? I like the mixing powder the most. I do, but it makes me sad, dude. Water hot chocolate makes me so sad. I'm not gonna lie, the Hershey's freaking chocolate syrup stuff. I don't do that. Don't ever serve me. Don't ever tell me, hey Cav, I got a hot chocolate for you. And then you take hot milk and you put the Hershey's cream and stir it. Get out of here. Mixing powder. Milk all the way. Yeah, no, you should never know. Guys, if you can avoid it, please do not use water. For the sake of all that is good. My parents live on Nesquik. I've had Nesquik like the beverages, right? But never in the Nesquik chocolate. That was me trying to fight off the sneeze. Oh my god. I need to go blow my nose. I'll be right back, everybody. I've never had strawberry Nesquik, and I think I've only had strawberry milk once in my life. It was at like a carnival. I think at that point in my life, I was so young, I still thought that that strawberry milk was from strawberry cows. But it's their fault because I remember seeing cows with like cows with brown spots are chocolate milk. And then cows with black spots are normal milk, and cows with pink spots are strawberry milk. Dude, it was rough being 18. That was tough. I thought that with chocolate, it makes sense. Or like not even brown spots, but like purely brown cows. It's their fault for coming in so many colors. I'm kidding, no. What is it? I remember at the same carnival. This had to be when I was like 5 or 8, somewhere in that range. They had these like little prank things where you could pull the gum out and it would tase you. Like it was like a fake stick of gum, and if you pull it, it tases you, right? And I was standing outside with my family, and like I couldn't get the gum to go back in. Like it's slightly out because it entices the person to grab it, right? I couldn't get it to go back in. I didn't know it wasn't supposed to do that. So I was like, oh, I'll just pull it out and reorient it. And then I pulled out and shocked myself. I yelped. I like a full on like giant scream. And it echoed because it was outside and everybody looked at me. And it was so funny. I was laughing. It was so hard. Wait, Bear's not in the chat with me, but I see her on stream. Take the pills. Yeller. Twitch app being silly again. So the intersection of the sphere ends right here, and now we have to forget about that. All we know is the intersection point is right here, and we have this plane. So we're gonna have a very small degree ellipse like this. That's gonna be aiming down. The major axis. What guides the major axis? Where does the major axis come from here? I forgot to take evidence. This is Bear haunting me. Have you guys watched... What's your thing? What's your thing this week, everybody? Your thing is just something that you've been like... you would like to share with the class. My thing... Ooh, I could talk about this. Yay, here, wait. So, this is how Amazon delivered it, I want to say. Look at this, dude. It's like beat up, and like broken and like stomped on, but I bought these for lesson 6. Because these are these are Stapler 0.35 millimeter ballpoint pins. Very big batch. I think it was like $8 total, so pretty decent for like all of these. I think there's 10, so that's less than $1. That's 80 cents each. For 0.35. I just found out my thing are having short side bangs. My forehead will not be missed. Heck yeah. Also, I felt bad for like asking you, like share your Pinterest inspiration for your haircut. I was like, that's kind of intrusive. I'm just nosy. I just found out 10 minutes ago my grad robes and hat came in. Let's go. Ooh. Heck yeah. Oh man, that's so exciting. It's stupid how expensive those are. Like, Bear, I was literally prepared to type in chat if you're like, yeah, but why do you ask? I'm a nosy, like, whatever, right? No, heck yeah, no, thank you. Like, I was very cool, very cool. Kavel became part of the girls. If only you knew. You know, I wish. Pardon me. There's a small point deep in my brain that says grow out your hair. I've always had like a very close cut my entire life. For most of college. And I like it that way. It's not bad, but like I want to see what I look like with long hair, but like long curlier hair, but my hair isn't curly, my hair isn't long, and I don't think my beard will match with that. I think my beard works well with what I have. And plus long hair, computer science, I don't know. I feel like I'm fitting a stereotype. Your guy grew his hair out. How did that turn out? Man, fitting a... Oh, wait. Looking at it this way kind of helps. Oh, wait. And it helps me... Because if it's going back like, it's still going to be a circle. It's going to be like this. Wow, looking at it from this angle is so much more helpful. I think I only talked to him like once about it. I gotcha. Man, today I wore my first winter outfit, everybody. It was cold, or it wasn't cold enough, but I still wore it. I was like, it's November 3rd. I'm wearing a nice winter outfit. I felt so good about it. And then my scooter ran out of battery. I've been taking a scooter to classes of recent, and I had to walk, and I was like really gross. And dude, I was so happy with my fit today, though. It looked great, in my humble opinion. But like, I walked to class, I was like super, super worn out. I was like, ugh, so much for that. It was just slightly too warm to walk. Scooter, it would have been fine. Look at that. It looks okay, I think, like this. It's a bit trippy. I feel like I should have... the major axis like this, I should have tilted it a little bit. I bought some toilet paper recently where there's no cardboard roll in the center. Instead, it is these little, like, nicely wrapped... It's more toilet paper, but it comes in, like, this nice wrapping. And I just realized, like, that would be the perfect tissue. Like, what I'm planning to do is to take a couple of them when I travel. Because sometimes I've heard in some bathrooms in Singapore, there's just no toilet paper or whatever. And it's never a bad idea to pack toilet paper or something like that, right? Like wipes. I just realized that would be like the perfect... I know, right? It makes so much sense. Why do we still do cardboard? Shoot, do cardboard and then put the thing in the center still. Like, make use of that room. I don't get it. Like, I am not that peeved that there's no cardboard in the center, because, like, it's still wrapped around. There's never waste. Come on, man. Have you seen those, like, Japanese product reviews on YouTube? Where it's like, this is a candle that you light, or it's like a smoke thing, like almost incense, but it has like tons of smoke, and you leave it in your bathroom, and like you set it off, and like all the fumes stop mold from growing or something like that. Like, why don't we have that? It's so innovative. Anyways, cool. So this intersection with this is gonna be tough. Where do we want it to intersect? We only have this zone to describe the intersection, and there's a lot of tangent line right here. So Japanese food gadgets. Ooh. I'm buying a food gadget, or I told my sister to get me. It's the little, whenever you make boiled eggs and you want to poke a hole in it, so it's easier to take the shell off. I'm getting one of those. It's like a little thing you go... It's like $5. Great, great Christmas present. I think anybody will be happy with that. Okay, so this plane and this... What if it intersected right here? I've decided. It gets really cluttered right here. Let's see, that means if it intersects right there, it's going to be moving into the form. Sorted food. They're very fun. Ooh, thank you. Thank you for sharing. Let me Google them real quick. Wait, they look fun as hell. These thumbnails look like crazy great. Why does there have to be tall people? There's like one very tall person in this group, and it's... Stop. Everyone else looks short. And like they have the camera level set up at his height, the tall dude's height. No, set the camera level at the shortest person's height so everyone else seems tall. Not everyone, like... I'm coping so hard. 2 of them are professional chefs and 3 of them are home cooks. Ooh, huge. I know he in this picture. He's like a blue. He has a beard. He has a blue shirt. Not that he wears the same shirt every day, but yeah, I think this should intersect here. And then it's gonna be a rather normal. It's gonna go like this right here, just a tiny bit. It's a bit of an awkward position though, that's for sure. Meh. Cool. And then yeah, this part, we're assuming the tip of the pyramid is intersecting. So we can kind of get a bit funky. And let's see, if it's going this direction in to the cylinder, then, and the cylinder is going forward, and it's kind of going like this, that means there's going to be like a weird curve to the intersection line right here. Anyone who's above 3 foot is getting axed. I don't know. Okay, I don't know about that one. Children, you are safe. Most adults, statistically, like a majority of adults, you're gone. You're gone. Maybe like 5 old people. I don't know. Getting axed. Very Halloween. What's your guys' opinion on the fact that it is no longer Halloween month? I'm honestly not crazy peeved, but it does make me a little bit sad to remind myself. I got a notification on Discord. I feel like it's one of my friends making fun of me for making a short joke. Oh, never mind. Yo, welcome back, random guy. Christmas. It's now your favorite month, Thanksgiving. I forgot you're a Thanksgiving enjoyer. Not derogatory. you filthy Thanksgiving enjoyer. No. Thanksgiving is pretty cool. I get a nice break from school, so can't complain. Oh, that was wild. I just love Christmas music. Heck yeah. I just got 4 notifications. And it's from Jim. Jim just said, don't make short jokes, canceled. And then a bunch of garble. Thanksgiving is good, but we're hosting. Oh yeah, so I can imagine that. I like when Poke says something controversial, and then he says, "Oh, I guess I'm canceled now," and that somehow completely nullifies it. Like it makes it funny again. I heard Discord and went. Alrighty, I'm not happy. I don't know how to do the overlaps well. Maybe that's the challenge. Take a sip of water real quick. Random guy controversy Johnson. Nice to have you in the chat. Yeah, let's do a bit of a wacky one right here. Let's see. We're gonna have the intersection right here, with part of the intersection being on this side. What was the most controversial thing he said? I'm not gonna say it. I can't even remember specifically. Oh, here's one. Okay. This was like very funny in context. I feel like I could get away with saying this one because it's not applicable to me at all. He had a false cancer diagnosis. He lives, okay. Well, I already said it. Poke is in Houston, Texas, or at least he was in this clip. I'm not sure if he lives there or whatever, right? Just he was at a doctor in Houston, Texas, and he had a cancer scare. They told him he has cancer or something of that sort. And it turns out the doctor was just lying. He just wasn't truthing. He did not know what he was talking about or something. And like Poke was like obviously very, no one wants a false cancer diagnosis, so of course he was like very peeved by this. I think that's a very reasonable thing to be peeved by. And then he held himself for a second, and then like eventually Jesse convinced him to say it. But then he said, "Yo, if you're in Houston, don't go to a white doctor." And dude, that like was crazy funny to me. I know, like, not my take. And then he was like, "Oh, I guess I'm canceled now." Because like, I feel like him saying that kind of joke, "Oh, I guess I'm canceled now," is like an admission that he's not taking it. He doesn't mean it seriously. Like you could definitely say, "Oh, I guess I'm canceled now," as like some countercultural thing. He isn't doing it like that. He's just doing it as like I'm not being serious. No one's being this serious. What a guy. He's the most unserious streamer. I love it. Okay. So a normal contour ellipse would go like this, but our plane shifted this way, so the degree is gonna decrease because it's more pointed away from us. So we're gonna be like this. Every time I say like this, I'm referring to that Deadly Comics video, the one with the grave. And like the character on the grave says like this. Now, will it keep the same minor axis? I'm not sure. You practice some drawing? Heck yeah. Good stuff. Do you have fun? Did you play? In the sense that like you experimented? Heck yeah. Good stuff. Ooh. That doesn't feel right. I need to do the full motion. New rule, new lesson learned, everybody. Do the full motion. I was doing it with my wrist, but I just need to be confident up in that. I'm experimenting. Heck yeah. Okay, so we know that this part is recessed. Maybe I didn't think this through all the way. Which means this part is going to go forward. And it's going to have like this motion until it stops. It's going to be a very, very big degree to the point. Actually, it's going to be relatively straight. In fact, we could almost do, if this minor axis was the same on this going to the same VP as this plane of the boxes, then the line right here for the intersection would be straight. Just not when you have a knife. I think that's, I'm tired. Get some sleep, Gems. It's 9 o'clock. It's past 9 o'clock. Evil Kavel. But it isn't. In fact, it's tilted up. So what does that mean for the line right here? That means we're going to be going this way, this way, this way. But that's also going out. So we're going to be, as we intersect, like traversing out. Would it be this? No, it would definitely be this. Yeah. Or no. This is outer and this is getting away, so would it curve inwards? This is this hurts my brain. It's one tiny line, but it means a lot. I was looking at more Tran Fiddler. Dude, I've been obsessed with Tran Fiddler. I know I've been talking about him like every stream. But my main thing is like I'm just comparing him to other artists that like I think are great, but like what is he doing differently? Filet fish. I feel like if this was extended further into the form, it'd be easier to gauge. Oh, pooey. Yeah, I said that. Oh god. Oh, pooey. Why did I say that, dude? Wait, I need to finish hot chocolate. True. She's truthing. It might be the cigar. Sugar. I was very confused. I mean, man, I saw a mobile cigar truck the other day. It's like a truck they drive to your house for an event, and you can smoke cigars inside of it. And I find that pretty interesting. I've never encountered a cigar, but I know that apparently they rank, as in like stank. Let's see. Okay, this is going deep, 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 and this is going over here, kind of deep, but not really. Just get reminded of the cigar tier list. Shoot, I didn't even think of that. You're more germa pilled than me right now. I've been on a Vinny streak though, a Vinny and Pope streak. I'll return to germa shortly, especially with his vampire. Freaking dude, I was not paying attention to that stream. No, okay, I can't say that's weird. That's actually weird. His makeup was great though. I can say that. His makeup was pretty freaking good. It comes to show what eyeliner could do. Because it was just like he powdered his face and then, yeah. Trying to avoid sugar. Please don't bring it up. No! That's real. Candy is dangerous. Let's see. The intersection line then is going to follow it. So it's going to be going up. Methinks. And at some point it's actually going to disappear because it's too deep in there. Oh, wait. What the hell? Just eat vegetables and meat? I feel like veggies still have sugar in them. In some degree. I'm not sure how true that is, but I feel like it. You eat whole 2 chocolate bars. Ah. Should this line be here? Oh, it's this song. Let's go. I think I messed up big time. Cause like, oh, my brain hurts so bad. My brain hurts so bad. What is this line doing? Where is that? What are you doing? It's supposed to be going around the outside of this, but there is no outside. So it's because this doesn't go deep enough. So when it intersects right here, it's saying, "Hey, we're at the edge of the form." What the hell? Oh, this is so hard to imagine. Choking? Man's reason why there's so much. My professor gave out Halloween candy today, leftovers. Shout out him. Oh, dude. This line does not belong, methinks. Reese's Pieces. I don't call it that, Reese's. Because I was so low on sugar. I have my banana. I have my morning banana, and then I have a Greek yogurt. But like a flavored one with sugar. I have this berry blast one right now. It's like raspberry, blueberry, all the berries. It is so good. It's probably like not redeemably healthy at all, but man, I love it. It's the Chobani like blueberry, like the berry mix one. Guys, go grab that as soon as possible. Actually, don't. I don't know. Do you live your life? Oh man. Okay, so that line's probably wrong. Why the hell, Kavel, did you draw that? I guess it's going through, but like, what is it going through? There's no edge right there. Is there? Dude, what is going on? I think you meant to say choking. Shocking. Shocking. He's referencing the titular character Johnson from Dorohedoro. God, what a beautiful song. I feel like people on YouTube just think I'm like crazy commenting on music. Okay, so this is going in. If this were a box. Ooh, okay, we could play the if this were a box game. If I were a slug, would you still love me? Let's suppose we have a plane right here and a plane right here. What's going to happen? The plane and plane intersection is going to be like deer. We think you are crazy too. True. The act of eating chocolate, shocking. That is actually much better. I was watching a YouTube VOD from you and I felt psychotic with the last lack of music. Yeah, that's it's not for the faint of heart. I mean, it's for the people who want to listen to their own music, so shout out, but and just, VOD purposes. Alrighty, you'll have your breakfast. Okay, thank you for stopping by. What the hell, dude? This is so difficult. This is so difficult. I'm so confused. Brain fry? So this goes over. What's happening here? Well, it would continue, right? This slice that we took. So that means there's going to be a slice going this way. Like this. It's moving further away. This is the point where we just have to have an approximation. Finish your hot chocolate. Aww. GG's. What is happening? Okay, let's say, because it stops. It stops at that point, but it goes deeper right here. So, GG. I want to cry. This is tough. Deep, 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 deep. Plane going this way. Here, I'm going to close my eyes. Sometimes I can imagine it. What it's going to look like. I can imagine it now. It's going to be like this. I think. The degree is going to be very forward. We'll be back. Gotcha, gotcha. Will this be a great circle? It's going to be like this. And we're going to commit. That was a lot of thinking for literally a practically unnoticeable line. I'm still mad about that one, but it's whatever. I can take a sip of water. Why did I not put my water next to my desk? Kavel, Monterey Bay Aquarium water bottle merch win. Okay. The line's already quite thick. Cool. We only actually don't have too many intersections to do. In fact, I'd rather spend. We may go over time today just to finish this. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. This intersection. Let's keep it rather. We could make it really complex. We could make this like terrible. Should we do it? Should we do a chat? We could make it intersect right here. So where like this plane is cutting in. It's like going like this, like this. Oh, like this. And then it'd have to be something like this. Unless it was dropped in. but it isn't because this part's goes above. So it'd have to be a line like this. I don't know. But what if it's like this? So, like we'd have something like this. Oh, that'd be gangster. I'm doing that. Let's see. On this top plane, I'm going to start with this one. We're kind of as close as we can get to the viewer on the cone right now. And then that's moving away. But still a curve, right? So we're going to be going like right here closest to the viewer. Maybe right here we'll make it really deep. The intersection. And then it's moving away, way, way, way faster because it's also tilted like this. So let's go make that really fast. I missed, but it's okay. And then from here, welcome back. Bear, have you, I saw I think I even mentioned it with the little bounce. Saw your progress with the mummy, the bear mummy. Have you worked on that any of recent? So this is going to be getting closer to us. So that means like this. Like, so it's going to close. See, it's getting bigger. We're going to be speeding up, getting away. Not really. Think of starting over. It's really unappealing. Gotcha. Was it just one of those you like step away from a bit and come back to it and you're like, what the hell? I think before you, this is, okay. Unsolicited advice. But like, do you have any like reasons why it's unappealing? Or is it just like eh? Because you could redo it all day long. But I feel like you give yourself a little bit more concrete. And sorry if I'm intruding. In terms of your artistic process. This is so confusing to look at. I'm gonna give it one more bounce, but I think but I'll think about it more. Huge. Like the arm bounce, like bonk, bonk, bonk. The fact that you made that is crazy. Like, I feel like just so much how did you do the choreography? Did you record a video of yourself for it, or how do you figure that out? It's a very complex problem. I missed, whatever. I like to start over because it always turns out way better. Huge, okay. Yeah, I do think I do this with coding a lot, which is my only analog for this. Literally just clean slate because I know what I want. And sometimes you're like, well, Kavel, coding is deterministic, right? Like, no. There's 1,000,000,001 days of summer vacation, but also ways to write a program. And some are more optimal, some are not. And so the different approaches help me. There's a video guy that recorded 100 types of walks. He has a mummy variant. Oh, huge. Shout out to that guy, damn. Yeah. Cool. Okay, that's another intersection in the books. We love plane-to-plane intersections. That wasn't even a plane-to-plane intersection, but you know what? Who cares? Take a sip of water. Dude, you know my peeps drawing, the gravel peeps, the piss gravel? All of those poses, even the gravel holding the mug, were pictures by me. And eventually, if I stare at it long enough, I forget it's me and it's less awkward, but like, they're still pretty awkward. They're still, yeah, it's weird to look at. Cool, cool. Oh man, pissing me the frick off. So this is coming towards us, the viewer. This line right here is the one coming towards us. I want to do this. I want to make the intersection like this. Which means, let's see, we trail down from this, but it's not going to be a straight line because remember the surface is curving. So will it curve this way or the other way? And I feel like it's going to be quite normal until it gets to right here where it's going to curve just a little bit more, right? Because as it goes away down, if we had a line and projected it, ooh, that's a good way to think about it maybe, is take a line in my brain and project it down. What's going to happen? I'm thinking. And then like look at it from a different angle, like as a shadow. Think of it as like a shadow. Okay. This reminds me of yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I can do it. I have to listen to it. It's been a while since I've heard yeah. Yeah. That's voice correct, yeah. Yeah. No, whatever. I just sound stupid. Like this. Like yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's the same thing's happening right there. I'm watching that animation after this. It just invades my brain. The Deadly Comics brainworm is there. Would the line be straight? Asks Kavel. My roommates and I were talking, or my roommate and his girlfriend. She's was it like honorary roommate? So I'm gonna refer to both of them as roommates. Um, they're like, "Do you refer to yourself as Kavel? Does anyone know your name?" I'm like, "No," and so it gets a bit awkward because like I've referred to myself as Kavel in the real world, and that has caused some confusion. It's a very weird thing to accidentally happen. And what do I say? Oh, that's just my secret identity that I use to stream art. Like, dude, that's so cringy. And like literally the 2 times that it's happened, I think 2 times, I've played it off. Like acted like it didn't happen. There are people, because like many people don't know I stream, and why would I tell people? That's weird. But like it's funny. Some of my close friends just don't know I stream. I said my real name in VC, and Steam leaked my name for years. Oh my goodness! Did you have it like? How was your Steam name just? Oh, it was public. Oh yeah, you said it on your profile. Yeah, that is. I don't know why Steam offers that. It's so stupid. We're way beyond the point, Steam, where people should be sharing their names. I think this line should actually be relatively straight. Because it's getting close. It's at as close as like right here. And we're drawing a line going down like this. The surface is straight. And I don't think there's anything. Yeah, because it's not like curving like this, so you wouldn't see a line hooking that much. It's gonna be relatively parallel, but I don't know. There should be a curve though. That's what my intuition is telling me. What the frick? Because if you have a plane whose minor axis is the same, or if you have a plane whose VP, if you have a cylinder whose minor axis goes to the same VP as the plane, then any intersection of that plane and the cylinder will have a straight line. And if you alter it, like you tilt it, that'll still happen. But the moment, no, it won't. This is tough. I used to go by Mochu, and my IRL friends would call me that in public, and I would get so embarrassed. Freaking some of my friends. I said this a couple streams ago. One of my friends said, "Oh my god, is that Kavel draws in the parking lot, like across the parking lot?" And I yell at him, but like, some of my friends call me Cypher, like in VC when they know my real name. Don't do that. It's okay. I don't care that much. This is just a bit strange, though, for sure. A little bit strange. I'm trying to imagine this in my head, and my brain hurts. Oh, I did it. Okay, I did it. Guys, best viewers. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do, guys, is I have to censor the words best viewers. These bots, they're learning. They're no longer doing stream boo. So we're gonna ban the word best viewers. Everybody say bye-bye. I can't believe they changed the meta. Bye-bye. What? Okay, you can no longer say best viewers in chat without getting automated. My bad. That's the second stream in a row we've had these rabble rousers in chat. Anyways, so the more you tilt it, the more the intersection line becomes curved. Specifically, it's going to start cupping around the bottom. So here we're going to see a bit of a turn, just the lightest turn. Okay, I like it when that pin doesn't work. And then this is going to be much more curved. And since it's angled away a bit, it's going to be a bit flatter, which means it's going to have a smaller degree. Cool. Good job. I like that. Epic sauce. Man, I need to do that as an odds are. Next time I go with my roommates or something to like a restaurant, I'm gonna say, hey, odds are you call over the waiter and tell them they put too much. Oh, it works. I didn't see that. Odds are you call over the waiter and tell them that they put too much epic sauce on your burger or something. That's a good odds are. I'm proud of that one. Okay, what remaining intersections do we have? Shoot, I think it's just the sphere and the box and the cylinder and the lion and the wardrobe and the... Cool. Let me take a sip of water. Good music, first of all. Second of all, the name of the artist is Shlomo Blue. That is awesome. That is so... Shlomo Blue, dude. Oof. Good stuff. The Witch, the Wardrobe, I can't remember the actual title. I'm just trolling. I'm a sucker for some bass. Doom, doom, doom. Oh man, I'm so. I cannot sing. Like hum tunes. Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Huge. That was close. Man, I remember in like probably 4th or 3rd grade. No. Sixth grade. I forgot 6th grade happened. That feels like a year that didn't happen. Anyways, my teacher had us read the book before, like chronologically. What is that called? A book that happens before another book chronologically. Narnia. Before Narnia. Prequel. Thank you. I don't know why I blinked on that. Okay, so we have 2 more intersections remaining, and I'm not sure how I want to do this. Sphere to box and sphere to cylinder. I'm going to do the intersection between the sphere and the box first, because then if the cylinder intersects the box and the sphere intersects the box, then I feel like it'll be a bit easier to draw the intersection between the cylinder and the sphere. Cool? Cool. So how does this sphere intersect this box? We could have, and weirdly enough, you could trace the intersections all the way to this and make a determination on that, but I'm going to thicken this up. There we go. I didn't really want to go over time tonight, but that's fine. We'll survive. It's weird because remember, a intersection line can only exist when the silhouettes of the 2 forms overlap. So this region right here, right? This overlapped region between the box, the plane, I guess I should say, and the sphere. It's at such an angle that I feel like a contour intersection, or a contour line, sorry. Same thing, intersection line, contour. Like to draw the degree of the ellipse that intersects these 2 would just be this, if that makes sense. So we could either, we can't, because if the box, the plane, does not intersect the sphere, because the cylinder intersects this, there's not necessarily, and this is in front, then it won't intersect the sphere because of precedence, right? So if it intersects the box, it won't even necessarily intersect the cylinder because it's in front. So if it intersects the cylinder and it goes past the box, then it's guaranteed to intersect the box. Not necessarily, because it could still, like, this could be deeper on like this x-axis than the z-axis going this way. So we have to figure that out. Sigh. What if it intersected right here with the sphere? Light dot. Then the sphere has a great line, or small line, I guess, a small circle, it's called. In reality, I think a small circle is just literally, when you project it onto a page, a small circle will be a circle in 3D space, but when you project it on a page, I think it's just any ellipse that you can draw inside of a sphere that makes 2 contacts. You know, as 2 tangents, it contacts 2 points and only 2 points. Unless it's infinitely many points, because that means it's just the circle. Let's see. I don't know. I'm not thinking about it. I don't want to. This is the part of the stream where Kavel is just like, eh. The math exists somewhere. Someone smarter than me can figure that out. Which I don't think would be too hard. So yeah, there exists some small circle that obeys the laws of this plane as well. So I'm trying to draw an ellipse right now that feels like it's on this plane. If you extended the plane infinitely, and it also touches 2 and only 2 points in the sphere ellipse. And I'm drawing it this way, which is a bit of a weird angle because it helps me see it better. My problem is it's hard to make it intersect with this line. While still having a degree that befits existing on the plane. Maybe looking at it from more comfortable angle help. Kind of. It's harder to see, but I can still. Ooh. Shouldn't have done the cleanup pass. Frick. So that's behind. What's up, Delano? Hope you're doing well. So, cylinder is in front of this. Which means now that we have this line, which we're not going to double up on yet because we don't know the precedence. We have these two intersections. So that means at this point, if we drew a line, these two intersect, which means maybe right here, the bottom of this intersects the sphere. So I don't think we can do like this and make it look good for the cylinder. It intersects the cylinder, probably. Depending on where... Oh, no, we're assuming... So yeah, we're just going to say, for the sake of my brain, that the cylinder is in front of the sphere. So we're going to have this. Oh, frick. We're going to reinforce this line. Like this. We're going to reinforce this one. Completing that kind of mistake we made earlier. Hopefully that helps. And then we're going to make this line thicker right here to show that this part of the box is in front of the sphere. Nice. I think that's gangster. I think we've done all of our intersections, so now we can do some hatching to indicate which flat forms are visible. Let me double check the drawbox assignment and just make sure I'm doing it the correct way. Dino. Hello, Mario. That was my best try. Hello, Mario. I can't do it. Oh. And what it looks like when it's done. He didn't. Let me look at other viewers. Oh my god, dude. Other student submissions and see how much they hatch. Because I would like to avoid hatching. I think it's cool when there's no hatching. But I'm Mr. Uncomfortable to say. Let's see. Hatching. Students will sometimes get a little overzealous with their hatching, so here's a quick guide on how to approach it within this course. Where is my lesson 2 submission? Get over here. Oh wait, no, I don't want my lesson 2. I want someone else's. View homework submissions. Thank you, Dropbox. I want to show completed submissions and official critique ones for lesson 6. I love the Dropbox website. It's simple. What else do you need? Good stuff. It looks like a lot of people are doing hatching. Hatching. Let's do hatching. Delaner. Hatching is tough, but we will try our best. Designing something currently? Heck yeah. Good stuff. Oh my god, that was awful. Oh no. Oh, that's a horrible feeling. I can literally draw straight lines all the time, and then when I have to do hatching, dude, it makes me so mad. It makes me so mad. That's awful. That's legit. Dude, that sucks. Oh my god, everything sucks. I want to redo the page. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm so peeved. Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking about. That's how I feel. Yeah, this is a good opportunity to slow down. Almost want to pull out the ruler for that. Dude, that makes me so mad. Awful. I'm gonna try to clean it up. it feels so bad, man. What went wrong? The hatching right here. You guys can't see it that well, but it just did not go the way I wanted it to. Ugh. Makes my heart hurt. Thankfully, I know I can't get like, hey, redo the entire thing because you need to do the hatching, but I did so well on everything else. I'm very happy with my performance on everything else yet. And I guess I should have done the hatching like this. That probably would have been better. If only there was like a real life undo. Frick. But undoing is bad, yep. Or, I mean, yeah. It depends on the situation. Undoing in Drawbox, you can't. You have ink. Yeah, that's why a big reason why traditional is harkened as being a better medium for learning. I get why. Because like if I was doing this digitally, I would rebind undo just to undo that. I'm not gonna act like I'm morally composed. Oh my god. I'm gonna like Photoshop it for the thumbnail, even though people don't really look at my thumbnails or my videos. I'm gonna do it for that. I mean, no, I don't care. I don't really care about having a lot of viewers. If I cared about having more viewers, I would change the way I do this YouTube channel. It's not built to. And then again, that's not saying like, oh, if I wanted viewers, I would get them. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying like, I'm not doing this for viewers. I just realized there's a bit of a problem with this. Maybe not. Yeah. Or not so much. In part commitment. You know, it's like it's a good habit builder. But also, I just want to catalog my progress, right? And encourage the stray person to pick up drawing when they can. I'm a reminder, as I said before, a human reminder to pick up the pen and Do something that you love for an hour a day. Yep. Now the real fight, the real interesting thing is to see if you continue drawing, even if I don't stream, or even if you stop showing up to streams. It's all well and good that we can say we want to accomplish things, we want to make our own manga and comics, but if we spend our whole lives chasing flags and then abandoning them because it gets too hard or for whatever other reason, then not only if the measure of life is goals or accomplishments, then we have none, but also if measure of life is virtue, and even if we haven't accomplished much yet, we committed ourselves to our acts, and we still would have failed in that regard too. I've been in very fast. I'm trying to work on it, and that's a great thing to work on. And I hope you don't abandon. Stop calling me out. All of we're geared to comfort, right? I mean, that's kind of like our thing. See, look how good this plane was. Look how good the hatching was here. What the hell? The hatching here was so good. This is probably some of my best hatching I've done ever. And then we have that. Oh God. Oh, whoever's up there. I know you may have some grievances with me, but like, man, like undo this. Zeus, smite this paper. Oh, this is so decent. Except for that. I hope uncomfortable. This is like his 100th critique of the day. And when he's critiquing this, he just looks over that. And he's like, you know. Hate what's good for it. Well, we like what's immediately good for us, right? Food. Pleasure. I don't think it's our bodies hate what's immediately good. It's just there's immediate things that give us pleasure that aren't good for us. Like, I don't think any of our bodies hate sleep, right? Just sometimes we do it to excess, or we have incentives, like our phones. Like, our bodies don't hate not looking at our phones. It's just it's our body's like, well, I produce more serotonin whenever you're looking at, or dopamine whenever you're looking or about to look at your phone. And you're like, okay, I'll do that. And then your brain's like, haha, you have content addiction. Yeah. Man, this page is all bent from the anger I have. The stupid freaking hatching. I'm gonna be freaking dreaming about this hatching tonight. Be like real, like as I was hatching that, it just kept getting worse and worse. I was like, I didn't know how to stop. Oh, I go towards stress. Well, yeah, you're an engineer. It's like your job. That was bad. Sorry, I puked a little. Teehee. Okay, if I cover it like this, I'd say this is a pretty freaking great submission. If I do that, you're like, oh, it's ugly. My roommate probably hears me right now. He's like, what is going on? What is he doing during stream? Okay, we're gonna call it there, everybody. I think that's everything. I should look over this more, but I'm happy with this though. I think like comparing this to my work a year and a half ago, I've improved manifold. The spelling bee is this. There's no way this is who I think this is. Maybe not. Oops. Got some work. Sorry, I'm just no. You're totally fine. Like here, never random guy. Never feel the need, and everybody never feel the need to say, "I'm here. I'm not here." I'll talk to the void. I've been doing that for years, almost years at this point. We're about to hit our 2-year anniversary in about a month from this channel starting. We won't be streaming it though because I will be in a different country. But yeah, anyways, cool. So yeah, it is Hell Week for me, guys. Remember that streams are gonna get bumpy. I may randomly drop a stream here and there, or we may stream for like a couple days at a time. There will be all-nighters. So just be prepared for that. Pay attention to the stream schedule. It may update randomly. I apologize in advance. That's just how things are right now. But yeah, so once again, thank you everybody for joining me tonight. Thank you, Bear, Delano, Jims, Random Guy, the Spelling Bee. Welcome. You popped in here. I think that's Monkey. It may be Monkey. I don't know. I don't know why. It's probably not Monkey. I'm just tripping. But yeah, once again, sincerely, thank you all for joining, and I cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.